What's up, gang? Hey, in this video I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do when you have a girl that desires you, that's super interested in you, but all of a sudden she wants to pull back and she disappears or she goes ghost. I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do. I'm gonna tell you exactly how to handle that situation, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why women do that. So if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you like the videos on this channel. Make sure you watch this video to the very end because I have a ton of gold nuggets. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. Okay, so this video goes out to a guy on YouTube named Allied Roger. So he left a comment under one of my posts. So basically I'm gonna read this comment, I'm gonna break down this comment, I'm gonna give him my advice. But before I do that, Allied Roger, I looked at your page. Keep making videos. Try to make daily videos. Be yourself in your videos. Be 100% authentic. Be the real you. Be yourself. And you never know, man, maybe one day in the future we might do some collaborations together. We might do something together. I know we both in the Florida area, so definitely stay on your grind, stay on your purpose, keep dropping knowledge, be your genuine, authentic self. You feel me? And you never know, we might get into something in the future. But I'm gonna read this comment and then I'm gonna make a video. So the comment says, make a video about girls who showed genuine desire, like brought you food and gifts while casually seeing them, then they pulled away cause you show care and now keep you as an option. I feel that's common for a lot of guys who get results but can't maintain long-term rotations or longer-term rotations. So this is actually a great comment. I'm glad that I'm actually making a video to it because I have a friend that's like that. I have a guy who sleeps with a lot of girls, but he can't keep any girls in rotation, right? And the reason that he can't do that is because he's a lover boy. So basically he does the lover boy method. Like, he love bombs them up front. He tries to make out with them right away. He talks to a bunch of girls. He'll hook up with the girl initially, but then he'll rarely ever see her again. Or when he tries to set up another date or try to see her again, he gets long text messages saying, the chemistry wasn't there. I know we hooked up, but I'm just not feeling you like that. Or, I felt forced into this, or whatever the case is. Now, for his situation is a little bit different. His situation is he had a girl. The girl was showing genuine desire, right? Because that's also another thing that women do. And I'm gonna tell you some of the games that women play. So understanding women, you're gonna be able to you're gonna be able to avoid this kind of stuff. But his situation is a little bit different because he said the girl's showing genuine desire. She's buying you stuff. She's getting you gifts. Like, she's showing you a lot of desire. But what ends up happening is once you show her that desire back, like once you start taking her serious, you realize that she goes ghost, or you realize that she needs to take a step back. So I've had girls in my rotation where when I was younger, I used to always think that, once a girl shows me that she truly desires me and she truly cares for me, I can start showing her that I truly care for her. Let me tell you what happens in the situation. And I think it's a test. I don't know for sure, but I think this is a way that girls test you. It's just a different form of testing, right? So what ends up happening is you start talking to a girl starts feeling you. She starts liking everything about you. She starts liking the fact that you move to the beat of your own drum. She likes the fact that you do things on your terms. She likes the fact that she falls into your frame and she falls into her feminine. So then she starts trying to do stuff like buy you stuff. Like, she's trying to win you over. She's trying to do things to win you over. She's trying to earn your love. She's trying to earn your care. But what happens is if she gets your care too quickly, or if she gets your care too fast, she starts to significantly, drastically lose interest, and sometimes even ghost, and sometimes even go away. This happens to me. This happened to me in the past, and sometimes this happens to me to this day. The solution for that is, because girls' emotions are all over the place, the solution for that is to at least try to get a 9-girl rotation, right? Because some girls are up today, down tomorrow, whatever the case is. You can never keep up with them. The only thing that you can keep constant is yourself. So what happened in the past with me is I had a girl in rotation. She was feeling everything about me. She getting me stuff. She doing all this stuff, right? The moment I started showing too much care, that's when she needed to take a step back. That's when she wanted to reconsider things. That's when she wanted to start looking at other options. And I remember in my opinion, I don't know what was going on in her mind specifically, but in my opinion, I think what was happening was that was the test. That was the manipulation. That was the game that she was playing. The game she was playing is, if I show him that I truly care for him and he folds really easily, that shows her incongruency, first of all, and it also shows that she can do better, and it also shows her that, damn, why does this guy, all I gotta do is show him a little bit of love and this guy folds that quickly? Like, you gotta understand, like, the way the girl's mind works is kind of like a cat, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, us as guys, we're very direct, we're very straightforward, we know what we want, and we will stay with what we want for as long as possible. But a cat, if you ever see the way that they play with things, they will play with something until they get it. That's like the cat with the yarn. If you keep playing with the yarn with the cat, they want to get it, they want to catch it, they want to play with it. But as soon as they got the yarn, as soon as the yarn is in their grasp, as soon as they got it, they don't want to play with it no more. It's no longer a challenge. And that's what happens with a lot of these modern day females. This is, I mean, some of their minds is so backwards to the point where I understand why men are getting divorces. I understand why men are being manipulated by these women. I understand the problems that men go through, because I've been through this with women, where I felt like, damn, motherfucker, I did everything right. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, she started caring, she started buying me stuff. I thought the right thing to do was to reciprocate and start showing her care and start getting her gifts and start doing stuff like this and start surprising her. But the moment I do that for her, now she disappear. Now she want to ghost. Now she need to take a step back. But the reason that she needs to take a step back, the reason that she needs to disappear, the reason that she needs to ghost is because in her mind, you're no longer a challenge. You're too easy, right? She needs somebody that's going to continue to emotionally stimulate her. Now what I do with my chicks, I get chicks that buy me stuff all the time. They buy me gifts, they get me stuff, they offer to pay for stuff, they do all this stuff like that, right? I accept the gift, I don't give them shit back in return. Unless it's completely random and it's something that I feel like doing on some random type shit. But I never go back to accepting the gift and feeling like I owe them something back. She gave me that gift out of her kindness of her heart, right? She doesn't want me to start being weak just because I got a gift. She, like a girl, what they love about men is they love men that don't show weakness. They love men that can stay cool, calm, collected. They love men that don't care as much about them. It's something about these men that drive them crazy, right? I had a friend that got a girl obsessed with him. I've never did this. I never pulled this off yet. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I've never felt like I've had to. But I had a friend of mine, and he said that he was eating dinner with a chick real quick, and he's a fast guy. Like he's a lot more to the point, even quicker than me, right? Like me, I'll be on a date, I'll let the date, you know, run its course. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I wanted to do something else with me. I try to get her in my car, try to get a blowjob, all this stuff like that. But his style is a little bit more heartless than even me. And he said he took a chick out on a date, and he said he sensed in the first like 3 minutes that she wasn't down to do anything. He said she wasn't DTF, right? So he said he sensed it in the first 3 minutes. So he said, hey, I got another meeting I just forgot about. He told her straight up, he said, I got another meeting I just forgot about. I got to meet up with a friend, but he said, when the bill come, just tell me what it is, I'll sell it to you, but I got to go. And the girl was shocked. The girl was like, what, we just started. I'm just now getting to know you. Like, he said the girl was like, and the girl was hot. He showed me pictures of her. He showed me her Instagram. She was a hot girl. But the girl was very shocked, like, where you going? We just got to know each other. He's like, yeah, I just gotta go. I gotta meet up with a friend. I totally forgot. But he was like, I'll pay for the meal. You pay for it now. Just you know, tell me what it is, and I'll sell it to you, whatever. But I gotta go. He gave her a hug. He slid out. This girl proceeded to blow him up via text. She's like, is everything okay? Is everything? Well, she was blowing him up via text. She was hitting him up. She couldn't wait to see him again. And the next time he saw her, she gave up the cheeks just like that. You feel me? Now, he's a little bit more heartless and cutthroat than me. You know what I mean? I would have stayed on the date. I would have waited to the end of the date. Been like, hey, let me show you something. Or, hey, are you spontaneous? You know, I'll throw some line in there to move things forward to I'm trying to hit that night. But he cut that shit short And something about him cutting that shit short made her chase him. I'm not advising you to do that, but I'm just letting you know different guys have different strategies, different techniques. Now, the chick that I'm telling you about that happened to me, that she showed me care, I showed care back, she disappeared. Well, she's now back in my rotation. Let me tell you how I handled her, right? So, she showed me care, she was buying me shit, she was doing all this type shit. I started trying to reciprocate that for some fucking, and this is when I was younger, right? I started trying to reciprocate that for some dumbass reason. When I started reciprocating that, she needed to take a space back. And she even texted me that. She's like, hey, you know, I like everything about you, but I just need to get some stuff together in my life and take a step back. Now, what most guys would do in that situation is they'll text her and be like, hey, what's wrong? Like, did I do something wrong? Like, they'll try to figure it out. When I got that text from her, I took a step back. I didn't respond to the text message. I didn't heart the text message. I didn't even let her know. I left her on red. She continued to text me a week later and just like, is everything okay? I haven't heard from you, blah, 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 blah. I left her on red again. Then she hit me again. It's like, hey, I'm at my absolute lowest. I don't know what's going on. Like, why, like, me and you had such a good connection. You're just gonna go, like, now this is her reaching back out to me. All I did was just not respond. She said she needed to step back. I left it at that, right? And I left it at that for months. To the point where it got a little crazy. She showed up to my house. She knocked on my door. You feel me? My main chick answered. She's like, who the fuck are you? And they had their thing. And I heard it. I was in the back. Main chick come to me. Who the fuck is knocking on my door? I said, hey, just some chick I cut off. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get into it with you. So it is what it was, right? Then when I felt like it was enough time has passed and I healed and I became more colder, because I had to go back and I'm just like, see, this is why I don't give a, you know, sometimes when you have these situations, especially with a girl that you feel like is feeling you and things like that, I go back to the drawing boards. I say, this is the reason why I don't give a fuck about these hoes, right? So I did my healing. I went back to the courts. I went back to basketball, got back in the gym, did the shit that I need to do to heal. And then when I felt like reaching out to her, then I started dripping on her. Now, I am going to make a text course one of these days. I don't know when I'm going to make it. You know, probably if I get a lot of people that's asking about it, I'll put together a text course so that you guys know how to text and how to really, really, really get the most out of these chicks and how to keep these chicks in rotation via text. Because in my opinion, that's the best way to keep girls in rotation. That's what I do at the highest levels is the texting. But back to the story, then I started to drip on her. Now, when I started back dripping her, she was so excited that I even decided to reach back out to her. She was responding quickly and stuff like that. But when I was dripping, I was never trying to set nothing up. I was never trying to make it seem like I'm trying to see her again. Until eventually, she wrote me back. Now, this is a course of probably 4 or 5, maybe over 6 months or some shit. She eventually wrote me back and said, can we meet up? Can we meet up for a coffee? So then I said, sure. And then we set up a date. We talked about that situation. She talked about how much it hurt her. I read her the text that she wrote me word for word. She said, why did you ghost me? I said, you said that you needed space. You needed time for yourself. I read it right in front of her. And she's just like, you know, I'm just a girl. You know how us girls get. Sometimes we just all over the place. She was like, I forgot what she said during that coffee, but she was basically just saying like you shouldn't have, she was trying to blame it on me. Like, you shouldn't have took that serious. You feel me? But me knowing women, if I would have wrote back to her and started chasing her, I would have never heard from her again. So the best thing for me to do in that situation, when a girl sends you a text like that, give her fucking space. And give her time. That's why a 9-girl rotation is optimal, because while she going through her mental fucking gymnastics, you got other bitches that's fucking and sucking on you. You know what I'm trying to say? And every girl gonna have a little fucking ins and outs, right? This is how women are. Some women might have a new guy that they trying to take serious or whatever. Some guys promising them the world, or some guys planning to move them in, right? I lost one of my rotation chicks. She still texts me still to this day, but we haven't hooked up in a while because her boyfriend that she got, she was single when she was my rotation chick, but then she ended up getting a boyfriend, and the boyfriend that she got, you know, he going above and beyond trying to move her in, because I ain't gonna lie, she did have some real good pussy. I ain't gonna lie, she was a cute petite girl with a bubble butt. So she's a bad bitch, but the guy she talking to trying to move her into his house and do all this bullshit. So she's afraid to meet with me. She even said it. She's like, I know what's gonna happen if we meet, right? So she's afraid to meet with me. So she's still a rotation chick. She just on the back burner for right now. Some chick just walking up to my damn car. I wanted to see what the fuck that was all about. But yeah, so she's still a rotation chick, but she moving in with this guy, whatever the case is. When she ready to step out, you feel me? When she ready to do her little thing, first person she gonna hit up is me. So the reason that I tell you that I wanted to make this video, and I'm glad he asked this question, because I know a lot of guys go through this and they want to know how to handle this. All I can do is tell you the way that I handled it, right? When I was younger, I used to handle it the wrong way. I used to try to beg the chick and try to find answers and every time I did that, every time I showed more care, all you do is push the girl away. You push her further and further away, at least from my experience. But then when I show less care, when I get a text message like that, I just, hey, I see it. It's gonna hurt a little bit, right? I am a fucking human. I'm not a sociopath. I'm not a psychopath. I got fucking emotions. It's gonna hurt a little bit. But the best thing to do is use that pain. Don't allow it to affect other aspects of your life. Use that pain. Go to the basketball court. At least I like basketball, right? I can shoot all day by myself. I like running the pickup games that we run. It's a lot of people come up to this little gym, indoor gym. You know, we get professional overseas players that we play with. We have a good time. So I like playing basketball, but use that pain for something, right? Go to the gym. Use that pain to go to the gym. If you like to box and you want to take up some boxing classes and you can afford boxing, go box it out. Go do something to take your mind off that situation. But the best thing to do in that situation is to show no care and don't even respond back. At least that's the best that's worked for me, right? Like I said, care less, meaning don't care about nothing that doesn't get you the fucking results, right? Because at the end of the day, with these modern day fucking women, with all of these perceived options that they got, they're operating in a way where they are damn near chaotic. And only the guy who shows less care, moves to the beat of his own drum, can even somewhat have a healthy, somewhat of a healthy lifestyle combating with these women. And this is for long-term relationships. This is for short-term relationships. This is for rotation chicks. This is the same regardless. Even my main chick, if I start getting too soft and too lovey-dovey with her, she started to fucking pull back. She started to get a little too fucking disrespectful, right? And they try to make you soft, like they try to make you weak, like they try to say stuff like, why do you gotta leave the house all the time? Why you gotta go out all the time? Why you gotta do this? But the moment you start listening to what the fuck they tell you to do, then that's when they start pulling back and start, you know, losing their arousal and attraction towards you. Women are very unique creatures, right? They like cats. They're not like us. You feel me? The reason why a lot of men struggle with women is because they don't understand the women. A lot of men do not understand women. I remember back in the day when I used to be sweet on a bitch, right? I used to be so gentle and soft, and I used to even fuck gentle and soft. I used to always want to make love to a chick, give her love strokes and all this bullshit. And I noticed that a lot of bitches really did not like that shit, right? Now when I'm in the bedroom, I do what the fuck I want. If I want to make love to you, I'm making love to your ass. If I want to fuck on you, I'm fucking on you. But back in the day, I used to always in the back of my mind be like, oh, does she like this? Oh, does she like this? Oh, does she like this? Oh, should I do this? Does she like this? That's when I had girls. That's when I got the least amount out of the woman. When I'm always thinking about her, and is she happy? And is she comfortable? And is she satisfied? And is she this and this and this? That's when I got the worst results. And even when I did get pussy, and even when I did hook up with a chick, and even if I did get something out of her, I didn't get all of her. You know, I remember those days back in the day where girls used to tell me, oh, I don't suck dick. No, I don't give head. No, I don't do that. No, I don't like that position. I remember that. When I was lover boy, I remember girls tell me, no, I don't like doing that position. No, I don't like doing this. No, I don't. Now, I don't get none of that fucking shit. I tell a bitch, turn over, she turning the fuck over. I tell a bitch, put a leg up, she put a leg up. I tell her fucking, she rub on my fucking shit, she rub my shit. I even pull my shit out soft. I be like, hey, get me hard. I don't get none of that shit no more, bro. I don't get none of that shit no more. I remember when bro, you gotta understand. And I hate when bitches say that. Who hurt you? Yeah, motherfucker, somebody obviously hurt me. That's why I got good, bitch. That's how I figured this shit out. You know what I mean? Like when girls say, who hurt you? Motherfucker, you know somebody fucking hurt me, and you know that's when I got back to that motherfucking drawing board and I came out demon time, and once I became that motherfucking demon, I started fucking all you goddamn hoes. Y'all know what time it is. You feel me? Y'all know what time it is. You know what I mean? And I have no animosity. I have no anger. I'm happy. This is the happiest I've ever been in my life. Real talk. No bullshit. Having your girls fucking on a motherfucking line and fucking with you and loving you genuinely and can't wait to suck your dick and no complaining and no talking back type shit. I love that shit. Ain't no better life. But when I was lover boy, them bitches disrespectful. They talk to other men in front of you. They do the most disrespectful shit. I was watching some shit on YouTube. The dude got his girl next to him, and another dude come up to his girl and be like, oh, I'm gonna pour some liquor in her mouth. Say ah. And his girl was saying ah for another man. He's like, nah, bro, you ain't gonna do that in front of me. You ain't gonna do. He be like, bro, chill, bro. And his girl was like, it's just liquor, baby. And she allowed another man to open up her mouth and pour liquor in front of her man. That's the type of shit. And her man was a nice guy. Her man cared too much. You could tell the way he was looking at that chick. He adored that chick. You think a guy that don't give a fuck about that, but you think she doing that shit in front of him? A guy that she know that will leave? You feel me? And I'm trying to tell you, it ain't about the money either. It's not about the money. A lot of people be like, man, if I had more money. See, a lot of you guys, you got to understand what you bring to the table as a man in general. Fuck the money. You feel me? I am a grown-ass man. I have more muscle than you. I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you. I am superior to you. Fuck the money. Because disrespect can happen even when you got money. I was watching a podcast with my boy Brad Lee and Myron. They was on the podcast, right? Now, I used to work for Grant Cardone. So I know Brad Lee sells Lightspeed to Grant Cardone. I know how much I sold for Grant Cardone. I know how much Grant Cardone sells at his company. Grant Cardone makes a lot of money. Well, guess what? Every time Grant Cardone sells one of those Lightspeed fucking things, a percentage of that goes to Brad Lee. So Brad Lee is a very wealthy, rich dude. You feel me? And that's not the only business he owns. Very wealthy guy. You feel me? Money ain't a problem for this guy. You get what I'm trying to say? So even Brad Lee was explaining one of his wives was disrespecting him. Rich guy. Rich, white, in shape, all that shit. His wife was disrespecting him because he even showed too much care. He said he remembered that he had a wife and he divorced her now, but they would get into arguments and she would consistently respect him. She would consistently disrespect him. And he was a monogamous, married, stay at home, play with the kids type of guy. You feel me? That's the type of guy, and he's rich. You feel me? So this just goes to show you this is female nature type shit. It ain't got nothing to do with money. If she feel you care too fucking much, she loses respect for you. So he said that one of his wives, they would get into some back and forth, and the final straw that broke the camel back was when she was disrespecting him, yelling at him, arguing, talking back, all that stuff. And he said, you know what? If you keep treating me like this, I'm gonna leave. And in so many words, she looked at him and said, you don't got the balls. You don't got the balls to leave me. Now, when a woman gets to that level of disrespect where she can look you in your eye and say that you don't got the balls, you richer than her, bigger than her, stronger than her, provide for her, take care of the kids, you do all of this shit for her, and she can still look you dead in your eye and say, you don't got the balls to leave me. That just goes to show you everything that I'm telling you on my channel is 100% accurate. I'm not speaking from some fucking statistic book. I'm not speaking from some goddamn numbers and shit. I'm speaking from a guy who was in the field for years. I'm talking about 15, 20 years, very long time. I remember reading the game book with mystery and all that. I remember all the way back in the day. And I'd been through all the phases. Went from mystery, tried the RSD, they sucked. Mystery didn't work for me. I'm not the storyteller type motherfucking guy, the magic trick motherfucker. I tried it. This shit just didn't work for me. I tried every motherfucking dating coach's style. So I'm talking about trial and error type shit. I'm talking about, I went out here, I did it this way, I got no results. I'm also a salesperson too. You feel me? A salesperson who made between 10 to 15K every single month. I didn't start out that way, but I worked my way to that way, listening and talking to the top car salesmen. So I've dealt with a lot of people, a lot of interactions, money, and I slept with a whole lot of chicks. So I know from personal experience, not no shit I read in the book, not no shit that I seen from somebody else. I've tried other people's methods, and I figured out what works best for me. And what I've noticed over the time that I've been out here building rotations, talking to women, doing all that stuff, is the chicks that you put too much care into is the chicks that lose respect for you, and a girl cannot respect a guy that she doesn't love. Now at first, it might have was a game, listening to AMS and say, oh, I'm gonna try these techniques. At first, it was fake it till you make it. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you motherfuckers. At first, years ago, it was fake it till you make it when I was listening to AMS. Now it's not fake it till I make it. I genuinely don't give a fuck about these hoes. I done fucked every type of girl that I like. I done fucked flat stomach, big booty versions. I done fucked girl supermodels. I done fucked Instagram models. I done fucked porn stars. I done fucked strippers. I done fucked every type of girl that you can. I done fucked my dream girl several times, over and over and over again. I fucked every type of girl there is. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying that now I am desensitized to this motherfucking bullshit. So now I'm at a level where I truly don't give a fuck. Like, it ain't an act. You feel me? Like, I really don't give a fuck if the bitch leave or not. I don't have a scarcity mindset. My main chick can leave, and hey, I'll find another good girl. You feel me? I'll find another solid one. I'm not, as men, as we age like wine. We get better. You feel me? I'm to the point where even if I'm 60, I still feel like I can bag 20-year-old bad bitches. Because these girls, these modern day women, they obsess over the guy that don't give a fuck about them. They obsess over the guy that lead things forward. They obsess over the guy that moves to the beat of his own drum. They obsess over the guy that fuck them how I want to fuck them. Right? If I want your ass laying upside down and I'm shoving dick in your throat, that's how the fuck I'm about to fuck you right now. You feel me? If I want you down here and I want you fucking choking on my shit, that's what I'm finna do. I don't give a fuck. You feel me? So for you guys out there that's really trying to take this shit to the next level, and for the guy that sent me that comment, trust me on this. She started playing them games. She started acting up. She started trying to back off. Give her space. Don't reach out to her. Don't talk to her. Basically, it's over. Right? And then when you feel like you have healed from her, that's when you can drip. That's when you can send the drip text. I'm gonna send you guys some text shit or whatever the case is. But a drip text is, I don't really give a fuck. It's a text that I'm copy and pasting to all my bitches. You just happen to be in the fucking copy and paste list. You feel me? You just happen to be one of the bitches that I'm dripping on. I really don't give a fuck if you come around or not. But you just happen to be in the drip list that I'm copy and pasting to all these hoes. And you'll be surprised that when it's enough space, you gave her enough time, you'll be surprised how quickly certain chicks respond. The chicks that's really feeling you respond right away, instantly. You feel me? It's just something about a guy that don't give a fuck about these hoes that make they fucking pussies drip. I don't know what it is. I wish it was different. Like I tell you guys, I wish that you could care more. I wish. Right? I've tried that way, and sometimes I still test it. Sometimes if I want to get rid of a bitch, I'll say, oh, I don't want to deal with this bitch no more. Oh, I'm just gonna care a lot. I'm gonna start doing shit to care. Be like, hey, good morning. I start sending good morning texts. I started sending her shit like, hey, you want me to get you some breakfast? You want me to send you some smoothie? You know, this how you know you failing with a chick. If you want to know when you failing with a chick, is if she sends you a text like, you're such a sweet guy. You're such a nice guy. Oh, that was sweet of you. If a bitch send you some shit like, you're so nice, you're so sweet. Motherfucker, your days is numbered, nigga. Like, whenever I do something for a chick and she be like, oh, that was sweet. You're so sweet. You're such a nice guy. If she say some shit like that, nigga, your days is numbered. Girls run away from good men like the plague, bruh. Even good girls don't like good men. It is fucking crazy. The girls, the virgins that I was fucking, they liked me because I was a bad guy who moved to the beat of his own drum. I wasn't bad. I just moved to the beat of my own drum. I'm just not like the rest of these fucking guys that hit on them. You feel me? When I tell them to meet up, if they don't want to meet up, I stop texting them. If I'm texting you, be like, hey, when are you free? Oh, I don't know my schedule, da-da-da. You ain't getting another text from me. Fuck that shit. You sitting here play games. I don't know. I gotta look at my schedule. Not texting that bitch back until it's drip text. You feel me? Cause she playing, she fucking around. That's disrespectful to me. You get what I'm trying to say? And you also gotta understand that it's never over with a bitch. It's never over. If you've shown that you don't care, it is never over. You can still fuck this bitch 2 to 3 years later for real. That's why it's good to have a 9-girl rotation. Because she's going through her little bullshit. She's trying to fucking go after men that's out of her league, whatever. One of them drip texts, she gonna hit your ass back, and it's on like popcorn. She gonna suck your dick and everything. But she waited. You didn't wait. You still fucking other hoes. You ain't got no pussy shortage. If you listen to me, you ain't never gonna have a pussy shortage. But you'll be surprised. Some girls come around 3 years later. Some girls come around 3 months later. Some girls come around 6 months later. They hit you up when they ready to hit you up. But when they ready to hit you up, they ready to do something. 9 times out of 10. And if they ain't ready to do something, you give her motherfucking space. Because basically, if I'm on a date with a chick and she says no to giving me head, or we fucking, or whatever the case is, her punishment is I'm not texting this bitch back after the date. If we went on a date and it was smooth and I'm trying to get her back to a secluded place so I can get my dick in her mouth, and she denies, don't let me fuck on her, don't let me get my dick in her mouth, even after the first date, I'm not going back home and be like, text me when you get home. None of that shit. I'm just not texting that bitch no more. Bitch, you better text me. Because that's really, in my opinion, that's disrespectful. Like you got on a date with me and you ain't want to fuck or suck or nothing? Like, motherfucker, I had to pay for the, because I pay. I don't give a fuck. I ain't with that 50-50 shit, whatever. If a girl offer it, I'll still pay unless she's adamant about it. If she adamant about that shit, I'll be like, all right, whatever, man, do you. You feel me? If you want to pay for that shit, all right, whatever. But 9 times out of 10, I pay. That's just who I am. You feel me? Like, it is what it is, bro. But if I done fucking paid for the date, did all this shit like that, and we done got to a secluded place, and you want to not suck on my dick and not fuck on me, hey, I be like, damn, man, I got shit to do, man. Oh, damn, I forgot I had a meeting. Hey, I'll catch up with you later. You know what I mean? I'm out. I'm not texting her. I don't give a fuck if she got home safe. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I am out. I'll go home, fucking watch some NBA basketball, whatever the fuck I feel like doing. But I ain't texting that bitch. You get where I'm coming from? So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. At the end of the day, especially when you're dealing with a chick like this, she showed interest, now she backing off, she playing games. That's what women do, they play games. The only way that you can counteract the games that she's playing is just not giving a fuck. You can't fall into the game that she's playing, because she's trying to psychologically fuck your mind up. That's what she's trying to do. She's trying to, like, hold the pussy, dangle the pussy over your head to psychologically get you to go through her hoops. But guess what? She can't get you to jump through her hoops if you don't give a fuck. She's trying to get you to jump through her hoops and you just walk off the playground. Bitch, I'm not doing this shit. And you just walk off. You just go home. That's what not caring is. She's trying to fucking do, hey, come through my hoops. If you want me, you gotta fucking dance and jump. Bitch, I'd rather just go home. I'm not finna do all this bullshit to get some used pussy. You feel me? And even if you're a virgin, it's the same shit. I fucked virgins. I popped cherries. I done had girls bleeding on my motherfucking, put the towel down, because I know they was a virgin, so you gotta put that towel down. I done had girls bleeding on that motherfucking towel. I done did shit like that. Those girls, they got boyfriends. They still text me to this day. A girl will never forget the guy who popped her cherry. That's another thing I want to tell you about. A girl would never forget the guy who popped her cherry. Especially if he duck her down real good. You feel me? Especially if he fucked her to the beat of his drum. She would never forget that guy. No matter who she with. No matter who her boyfriend is now. She would never forget that guy who popped the cherry. So that's another thing for you to remember. So you guys over here fighting for used coochie, you gotta understand that guy that popped the cherry, he's still somewhere in her fucking subconscious. That guy that popped the cherry is still somewhere in her motherfucking DNA. She still has dreams about this guy. You feel me? Especially a girl who's been ran through. Even if she say some shit like, I've only slept with 3 guys. One of those guys is still in the back of her subconscious. So a lot of you guys gotta stop putting so much care into used pussy. Somebody already test drove that thing. And you better hope it wasn't a guy like me who test drove it, because I got all out of her. I got it all out of her. You feel me? I fucked on her how I wanted to fuck on her. I didn't sit here and take her consideration. I might have had her head. I might have had her knee. If she a flexible girl, I might have had her knee by her motherfucking cheek digging in that thing. Whatever I felt like that day. You know what I mean? Maybe I was in the love making mood. I might have made love to her, made out with her, spit in her mouth. You don't know what I did. You don't know how I was feeling that day. I might have been on some freaky shit that day. You feel me? I might have put some spit on it, stuck it in her motherfucking ass. You don't know what I'm feeling that day. You feel me? You don't know what I did to her. So at the end of the day, you just gotta put that in the back of your mind, like, damn, man, am I going this crazy over some used pussy? Am I caring this much over some used pussy? Like, let me turn my motherfucking care down. And as soon as you turn your care down, watch how everything just start opening up for you. Watch how all these doors start opening. Watch how girls' legs and mouths start opening up for you. Watch how much less disrespect you get. Watch how less a bitch start talking to you crazy, start calling you out your name, start telling you all this bullshit. All that stuff start dwindling down when you stop caring and that respect start ticking up. And I'm gonna leave it at that, man. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.